Hi friends, today we will discuss something about action research. Let us begin with the main concept of action research. The concept of research is a systematic attempt to provide answers to the questions, systematic unending search for the truth. It brings to the light new knowledge or corrects previous errors and misconceptions and adds in an orderly way to the existing body of knowledge. Research that means something to find out with a from a new perspective, like in a local setting or in a classroom situation, what are the probable solution? Immediate solution to the immediate problems. That is action research. Then moving forward, why research? Why we are doing research? That means to solve the problems in hand, to ease a felt difficulty in a situation, to find the answer of some questions, or the most important part is to generate knowledge. That's why we are doing research. We are calling it research. Then when to research? When there is a gap between already existing knowledge and attributes to a new situation, then there is a very much need or urgent need of doing research. In this diagram, let me clear you all why research. Because to solve the problems in hand, and when we have to do the research, when to find some answers of the particular questions and to generate knowledge regarding that particular questions, we have to do research. As in a theoretical perspective, there are three types of research. One is fundamental, second one is applied, and third is action research. So fundamental research, that is, in other hand, we said basic research. That means the development of theories by discovery of broad generalization or the principles. When we find out the solution, it should have the generalization part. But here it is none of our business. When it is applied research, the testing theoretical concepts in actual problem solution, actual problem situation is applied research. But we are dealing with the action research, the third one, which means application of research to the educational problems in a particular classroom setting. That means immediate problems, immediate solution, and that is in hand. It is the application of research in to the educational problems in a particular solution, particular classroom situation, then it is called action research. So this action research or project is taken by the teachers, by the CEO of the institution, by the administrators to give immediate solution to the immediate problems. Practice-oriented research done by the professional to improve their own working, their immediate workplace, and systematically, carefully, by using the techniques of research, we are doing this action research. Action research is focused on the immediate application, not on the development of theory. It has placed its emphasis on the real problems, like here and now in a local setting by John W. Best. So who can do the research? My point is the teachers can do. The teachers has to improve his teaching practices, the classroom environment while dealing with the students. Then principal of the institution also can do action research to improve his professional practices, to the teaching environment of the schools, they can improve. Then the CEO of the company to improve the company work, the environment, the immediate problems. So according to Good, action research is a research used by the teachers, the supervisors, administrators to improve the quality of their decisions and the further actions they are taking. So, in summary, we can say action research is for the teachers, action research is by the teachers. The teacher initiated, the school-based research used to improve the practitioner's practice by doing and changing something. For example, the teachers are giving the solution to a particular problem. Then the researcher, where the teacher is the researcher and the teacher's practice is the focus of the research. Then they can do this action research. Then in short, let us understand what action research is. It focuses on immediate problem and its solution, as I discussed. Not concerned with the building of theory, not building the generalization, or not giving the solution to a broad perspectives. Aims to improve the practices or the work conditions. And it also needs little efforts, little resources and finances. A practical focus can give the action research. Then how to do action research? First, the preliminary task is, before coming to your assigned guide, you should feel the difficulty in the existing classroom settings during your internship. Collect data about the difficulties that you have observed through observation or through questionnaire. Pen down everything that you have observed. Write all the causes of your problems. Then suggestions for the linking observations. What you have observed, that you have to pen down each and every point that you have observed specifically. Then narrow down the pen down paragraph to one statement. That statement is very important. So how you are designing your intervention depends on your problem. You have taken one problem, feel the difficulty, done your observation, prepared the questionnaire or else. Then the intervention part. It depends on the problem that has been taken. It should be pre-discussed with the guide, because intervention that you are taking may be the standardized one, maybe you are preparing something, so it should be discussed with your guide. To test that result of the intervention, we are using questionnaire, interview schedule, then observation schedule, then teaching aids, ICT tools, the activity, or special lecture series are given by the teachers. But everything should be approved by your guide. And this is one of the example of the observation schedule format, like every day, time and class you should maintain in your observation schedule. Then while coming to the tools of data collection, first you feel the difficulty. You have chosen your problem, that is your statement of problem. Then you are proceeding towards the collection of data. How you will collect your data? The first tool is questionnaire that you can use. Interview schedule you can use, or observation schedule, which is the most easiest one. Mostly the teachers are using the questionnaire and the observation schedule. So briefly, let us discuss what is questionnaire. Questionnaire is very cost effective. The preparation is very simple and the quick way to gather data that common straight from the sources. That means the sample will give you the exact answer. It consists of series of questions. Some are educational, psychological, social, the topic, or it may be administered personally, or you can send it through mail, or you can take it from the individuals. So just a little knowledge on your preparation of questionnaire. It is of three types. One is closed questionnaire, another one is open-ended, and next type is mixed questionnaire. But in briefly, I can tell you how you will construct your questionnaire. So there are some points you should keep in your mind while preparing the questionnaire. Decide the information required. Define the target respondents, which are your sample. Decide on question content, how you will write the content. Develop the question wordings. It should not be a vague one, or irrational words or inappropriate words you cannot use. Then put question into a meaningful order or format. Check the length of the questionnaire. It should not be very lengthy. Pre-test the questionnaire and develop the final survey form. So there are some guidelines for framing a questionnaire. we are telling ki prepare a questionnaire. I have prepared a questionnaire, but we should follow some norms and little basic things we should keep in our mind while preparing the questionnaire. Make it appealing to the eye and easy to complete. It should not be very lengthy one or difficult one, incomplete questionnaires. Number of questionnaire items, number of pages. Then put the study title in the bold type on the first page and top of the page. Then include clear instruction to whom you are asking question, or this is very confidential, the researcher will not disclose this data, it will be only for the purpose of research. This kind of statements you can write in the beginning. And if possible, write one example, put a tick mark against yes or no, like that. Then group into logical coherent sections and avoid putting important items at the end of the long questionnaire. You have to maintain the sequence of the questionnaire in such a way so that the respondents can respond it in a very easy and within the limited time period. It should not be at the end of the questionnaire. Then word questions as simply as possible you put. Then use a familiar language. Don't use so many ornamental language or very simple language. So which we are very familiar to it, you use that kind of language. And we have discussed many things about the framing of questionnaire. One important thing is avoid using words with the defined meaning such as passive, liberal, and conservative words. Then different meaning and different people, you should not ask that. Avoid emotional words. Be careful with the use of abbreviations. Avoid using hypothetical questions. Then ask for necessary demographic information. Don't ask too much demographic information. If required, then ask such questions. So while framing the questionnaire, you should keep all these points in your mind. Then a researcher can prepare observation schedule. Observation is a term which means looking or watching and the event or the person with a purposive intent. Or we can say observation is the way of gathering data by watching behavior, by watching events, or noting any physical characteristics in a natural setting. Rather, I can tell you it is of two types. One is overt behavior and another one is covert observation. Overt observation is that everyone knows that they are being observed, and covert observation means no one knows that they are being observed. It's undercover. Then how you will plan for the observation. First point is your focus, the design of the data collection, like recording sheets or any open-ended field notes you can prepare. Then your time must be recorded appropriately in the observation schedule. This is one example. Suppose you are giving an intervention activity or anything in the class, you should record it properly. Like Monday you have done, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If a 5 days activity, 5 days observation you are taking, in which class you are doing the observation and what are the time period. It is maybe for 30 minutes, maybe for 10 minutes. So you maintain that time period. Then interview schedule is also very important. It's little similar to questionnaire, but it is different from the preparation point of view, from the construction point of view, administration and interpretation, though it is same. But interview is like it's a schedule or it's a device. It's a set of questions which are asked and filled by the interviewer in face-to-face situation with the respondent. You cannot send. Like front to front, you can take the interview schedule. Then next part is you're writing the literature of review. Review of related literature, though it's not that much technical as the PhD thesis and MPhil thesis, but here at least we have to mention 4 to 5 review of related literature which are related to the problem. That means From journal, you can take the reference from newspaper, from different articles, magazines, textbooks you can take, or any websites or e-journals are available in Tyler and Francis Springer link.com. There are so many all e-journals are available. From that you can collect the review related to your problem. So how to write? There is a fixed format of writing review of related literature. The surname of the author, then within bracket the year of publication, stated that, found that, or revealed. In that way you can write. And always remember, arrange the newest study to the older one. First write the newest, for example 2020-22, then 20, then 2019. In this way you can maintain the order. This is one of the example. I have taken the reference from a different slides. That is how to cite a book in the print. Suppose its book is in a print format, you have to write in a different way. Author name, year of publication, title of work, publisher city. Like it is called APA format of structure. We are maintaining this APA format while preparing any research paper, or in PhD and MPhil we are following this APA format. So the example is mentioned here. You can refer this example while writing the references. In the same way, the example is for citing the journal articles which is in print, publication year, then periodical title, volume or page. Then magazine is also, there is a APA format for the structure of magazine. You can refer this one. This is a very appropriate one. Then citing a general website, articles, for example, you have taken from ResearchGate or any other websites, retrieved from, you have to write retrieved from. So in that way you maintain the reference part. These are some examples. I have taken a few examples to prepare yourself while choosing the problems, while choosing the action research statement or problems for your study. You can keep all this in your mind. For example, what happens to a student's academic performance in the 6th grade classroom by assigning groups for cooperative learning activities? If a teacher is applying cooperative learning teaching strategy in the classroom, what happens to the students' academic performance? So you can frame a statement, you can do your action research on this topic. Then the terms used in research are population, sample. Then this is the examples you can take. The steps of research while writing the report. For how you will write. Title, you have to start with this: to study the impact of assignment stress on class 9th student. And the suggestive measures you have to give. You have to suggest some measures. What is the problem and what is the solution? In action research, remember, only writing the problem is not enough for action research. You have to suggest the measures, the remedies, the solution. Then introduction. Introduction should be complete and concise one. State and analyze the nature of problem. Then you have to write the need and importance of the study. Then background of the problem. In this way you can proceed. Statement of the problem within inverted comma. Then objectives, which is a very important part, and students are facing problem while writing these objectives. To study the impact of assignment stress on academic achievement of secondary school children. Always objectives you should write in this wordings: to study, to find out, to explore, to solve the problem. In this way, to investigate. So these are the term for objectives writing. Then while choosing research method, you should have a preliminary idea about this survey method, experimental, observation and questionnaire. Regarding this research method, we will discuss in our next video. Then selection of design is your action research design. Here you have to write the planning, the topic selection, preparation of tool, time management and execution. All these points you have to write within 1 or 2 sentences for the design of the study. Then sample, in which school, which standard, which grade you are taking, that you are writing. Then evaluation, you can do in this way: pre-intervention, intervention technique, and post-intervention. Or else there is another way: you just observe the problem, give some solution or remedies to that particular class. Then data analysis, interpretation, if possible do it question wise. The statistical techniques that used to be described, most probably you can take the easiest one, the percentage analysis. Yes or no type question, only percentage analysis is the best mode of doing this statistical analysis. Then graphical representation of the data, mostly pie diagram you can put in your project report, where you can that pie diagram can depict the whole situation. It will show how graphically your data has been represented. Then implications of your intervention. And finally, at the end, you have to write your reflection. This is called your overall conclusion part. After writing scope, you have to conclude with your overall conclusion and the reference. As mentioned, by APA style of writing reference, you have to follow. So step by step, when we are doing this action research project, it is very easy one. The steps you should follow what I have mentioned. Accordingly, you can do your research in a natural setting in the classroom environment and write the project in a very appropriate and systematic manner as mentioned.